Every day, millions of men over 60 are unknowingly damaging their prostate, not through bad habits like smoking or drinking, but through 5 seemingly harmless things they do without thinking. If you've been waking up at night to pee feeling pressure down there or noticing a weaker stream, that's not just aging, that's your body sending a warning. In this video, you'll discover 5 science-backed daily habits that protect your prostate naturally, and one of them is something most doctors never even mention. Hi, I'm Dr. Juliana. I've spent over 25 years treating men with prostate conditions, and I've seen firsthand how the right daily routine can make all the difference. So today I want to walk you through 5 habits that every man over 60 should consider, starting with the most overlooked one of all. Habit number 1, strategic hydration. You've heard it before, drink more water. But what you probably haven't heard is how water timing affects the prostate. You see, as we age, our thirst reflex becomes weaker. Many men go hours without drinking water during the day, then suddenly down 2 or 3 glasses in the evening. The result, concentrated urine floods the bladder at night, irritating the prostate and forcing multiple bathroom trips. Even worse, that concentrated urine becomes acidic, triggering inflammation and weakening the surrounding tissues. It's a slow daily irritation that few men connect to their symptoms. The fix: strategic hydration. That means drinking small amounts of water consistently throughout the day and tapering off in the evening. Ideally, your fluid intake should peak before 6 p.m., and your urine should be pale yellow by the afternoon. In a study published in the Journal of Urology, this exact hydration strategy led to a 41% reduction in nighttime urination and incomplete bladder emptying in men over 60. Think about that. Just by adjusting when you drink water, you could sleep through the night and ease pressure on your prostate. It costs nothing. But the payoff: deeper rest, fewer bathroom trips, and better bladder control. Small change, big reward. Habit number 2, a short walk after meals. At first glance, this might sound like it's more about digestion or weight, but it has a direct effect on your prostate. And here's why. After eating, your blood sugar rises and insulin floods your system. If you remain sedentary, that insulin spike can slow blood circulation, especially in the pelvic region. That's bad news for the prostate, which relies on consistent oxygen and nutrient flow to stay healthy. Now here's the solution: a light 10 to 15-minute walk after lunch and dinner. Nothing intense, just enough to get your blood moving. When you do this, several things happen. First, circulation to the lower abdomen improves, delivering more oxygen to the prostate. Second, it helps regulate blood sugar, lowering inflammation markers. And third, it reduces the buildup of insulin, which is linked to hormonal imbalance and prostate enlargement. In a study conducted at the University of São Paulo, men over 65 who walked after meals had a 35% lower risk of developing moderate to severe BPH symptoms compared to those who didn't. And you don't need a gym treadmill or special equipment. Just a sidewalk, hallway, or even a few loops around your living room can do the trick. It's free, it's simple, and it's one of the most overlooked tools for long-term prostate support. Habit number 3, regular ejaculation. This is where many men tune out or shift uncomfortably in their chairs. But let's be clear, this isn't about sexuality. This is about biology. The prostate is a gland that stores fluid, and over time, if that fluid isn't released, it becomes stagnant. Think of it like an old pipe system. If water sits too long, it grows, bacteria thickens, and damages the lining. The same goes for your prostate. Regular ejaculation, whether through intimacy or self-stimulation, helps flush the gland, remove dead cells, and reduce local inflammation. And the science is solid. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health, published in European Urology, followed over 30,000 men for nearly 2 decades. The result: those who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated less than 7 times a month. Let that sink in. Something that simple and natural could reduce your lifetime cancer risk by 1/3. Now, this isn't about counting numbers or forcing routines. Every man is different, and frequency should match your health relationship and comfort level. But the key message is this: your prostate isn't designed to sit idle. Release supports circulation function and long-term health. If you have questions or medical concerns, talk to your doctor. But don't ignore this part of your health. It matters more than most people realize. Habit number 4, a prostate protective diet. Most men know that diet plays a role in heart health, blood pressure, and weight. But what many don't realize is how certain foods can directly influence the prostate, both in preventing inflammation and in reducing the risk of cancer. Let's start with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant found in red-colored foods like cooked tomatoes, watermelon, and guava. Lycopene is fat-soluble, meaning it becomes more potent when consumed with a small amount of healthy fat like olive oil or avocado. It has been shown to target oxidative stress in prostate tissue, lowering chronic inflammation and slowing abnormal cell growth. In a large-scale study published in the International Journal of Cancer, men who consumed cooked tomatoes at least twice a week had a 28% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who ate little or none. And that's just one nutrient. Next, let's talk about zinc. The prostate contains one of the highest concentrations of zinc in the human body. Zinc helps regulate testosterone activity, supports cellular repair, and reduces the buildup of inflammatory agents inside the gland. Great sources of zinc include pumpkin seeds, oysters, beef liver, and cashews. Even a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds per day can make a difference. And finally, cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage are rich in a compound called sulforaphane. This natural substance activates your body's detox system, helps eliminate carcinogens, and prevents DNA damage in sensitive tissues like the prostate. In one clinical trial from Oregon State University, sulforaphane intake was associated with reduced prostate tumor growth markers in men with early-stage concerns. So what does a prostate-friendly plate look like? It's colorful. It includes a base of leafy greens, steamed broccoli or cauliflower, a side of whole grains, a portion of lean protein like salmon or turkey, and importantly, a healthy fat source like olive oil or avocado. Add some cooked tomatoes or a handful of pumpkin seeds, and you've got a daily defense system on your plate. This isn't about restrictive diets or complicated meal plans. It's about making consistent small choices that add up to long-term protection. Habit number 5, deep sleep. Sleep is often the first thing we sacrifice and one of the last things we prioritize. But when it comes to prostate health, sleep might just be the most underrated medicine. Here's why. During deep restorative sleep, your body enters hormonal recovery mode. It produces melatonin growth hormone and DHEA, all of which play a role in regulating inflammation, testosterone levels, and immune defense. Without proper sleep, cortisol rises, inflammation worsens, hormone cycles are disrupted. And over time, these imbalances weaken the protective environment around the prostate. In a study published in Cancer Epidemiology, biomarkers and prevention researchers followed 2,125 men for over 7 years. Those who reported frequent sleep disturbances had double the risk of developing aggressive prostate cancer compared to those who slept soundly. So what counts as quality sleep? It's not just about the number of hours, it's about sleep depth and consistency. That means keeping a regular sleep schedule even on weekends, avoiding caffeine or alcohol late in the day, reducing exposure to screens 1 hour before bed, making your room as dark, cool, and quiet as possible. If you struggle with falling or staying asleep, simple changes like blackout curtains, a white noise machine, or magnesium-rich foods like spinach or almonds in the evening can help. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's your body's reset button and a critical part of your prostate's long-term defense. Let's recap. Today you've learned 5 habits that are simple, natural, and backed by real science. 1. Strategic hydration, sipping water throughout the day and cutting back after evening. 2. Walking after meals to boost pelvic circulation and reduce inflammation. 3. Regular ejaculation to naturally flush and relieve the prostate. 4. A protective diet rich in lycopene, zinc, and cruciferous vegetables. 5. Deep, consistent sleep to regulate hormones and reduce cancer risk. Now here's the most important part. These habits only work if they become part of your routine. Not perfect, not overnight, just consistent. Even starting with 1 or 2 can make a meaningful difference over time. But before you go, there's something else you need to know. Even with these habits, certain foods, especially common ones eaten at breakfast, could silently cancel out all your efforts. Some irritate the bladder, others disrupt hormone balance, and a few are directly linked to higher prostate cancer risk. In our next video, we reveal the 4 worst foods for your prostate and the 4 you absolutely must eat instead. If you care about protecting your health, improving energy, and restoring peace of mind, don't skip it. Click here to watch that next, and I'll see you there.